Hey guys, what's up? Kevin aka Keeps like a shout to Bazira here, and welcome to something I haven't done for a few years ago. Last time I did something like this was when Smash Ultimate was coming out. I was ranking my favorite characters for Smash Ultimate. Now that I finally got OBS to work on on my browser for the first time. I'm very happy with that, by the way, because I've been waiting so long to do that. And now that I've been smarter over the years, I finally managed to make it work. And now I can finally do one of these things. Welcome to my own tier lists. This is where I put together tier list of my favorite games and then their characters. Or maybe it can be other things. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. But right now, I just want to cover up my favorite game series of all time, which is Star Fox. First with the games. And then I'll be going with the characters. So this should be a fun experience. So I'm going to try my best to do this at least every week. If not, then maybe 2 weeks. We'll see how it goes. But kind of want to do this an ongoing thing, just to share my thoughts and opinions with you guys on what I think. So I just want to be perfectly clear that every tier list that I do is my opinion. You have every right to be have your own opinion, your own liking or dislikes, except of course if you're like John or Noah or Mark. But without any further ado, let's get to it. Let's start with the games first with Star Fox. First one, the original. I'm gonna put good. Whoops. I'm gonna put good. I liked it. For a 10 frame per second game, it holds up pretty well. I'm very shocked. I think I have a lot of fun with it. And it's very fun to play and control, and of course the music is nostalgia. I love it very much. Before there was voice acting though, there was like they'll talk to it. Well, I mean there was talking there and there. Especially the intro and the cutscene, the ending. And bosses are fun and very interesting looking polygons. Levels are great, and of course you got the Corneria one, which is the more nostalgic. And there's 3 different paths you can take. One of them is harder than the other, easy, medium to hard. And sadly, I haven't beaten hard mode until I got the Switch version for SNES Online, but I'm still very glad that I was able to do it. It's really hard though, for sure. The game's really hard in hard mode. But very nice start of the series. This is a classic for me. I love it very much, and I think it deserves the spot where it is. The only reason it's not higher because there's other games for it that are better than that. This obviously, which I'll get to. Next we have Star Fox 2. I'm gonna put this at I finally played this in the SNES Online, and I'm very excited. I was very stoked up because I always wanted to play this one. It's I thought it was gonna be really difficult because it had the whole RPNG bit Command did, and that kind of got me off. But so I'm gonna put this in. The reason why is because of that alone. Even though this handles it way better than Command did, the whole first person thing kind of threw me off. It's annoying. When you go into a planet and change into the walker from the R-Wing, that's really cool. I really enjoyed that part. Those missions are fun. It's just when you're in first person trying to shoot a certain target. It's kind of sucks to see because you have to turn yourself around and really try and find the enemy. there that's trying to aim at Corneria. And if you don't get there in time, like if you let too many enemies in Corneria, it's pretty much game over, regardless. But I really love the fact you can switch characters from like Fox to Falcos, Peppy, and Slippy. I mean, I don't know who would do that. And those two new female characters that we never saw again. We'll get to them later when we do characters. But overall, I mean, I like Star Fox 2. It's just not like that much of my cup of tea. I mean, again, it definitely handled better than Commander, that's for sure. I'd still give it a pass, though. But it's something like I wouldn't play like over and over. So, yeah. Alright, here we go with Star Fox 64. You already know where that's going. One of the best games ever made, right there. My favorite game back then. Like, this game really revolutionized my love for gaming. Video games like this started... It didn't start... It may not be the first video game that really got me to loving video games, but... Like, it wasn't the first video game I ever played, but it was the first video game that made me, like, say, I want more games. Like, much, much more than that. Like, this is like, it's pretty much Disney World for me when it comes to gaming. When I see one of these things, like the main attraction, it's pretty much, I would say, like the Magical Kingdom to my life of gaming, because Star Fox 64 like had it all, like the action, the voices, the atmosphere. Like, it literally feels like you were there. Like, you were actually Star Fox, like, inside the R-Wing and shooting people. I'm not just talking about you controlling him. I'm about, like, you being inside the R-Wing, literally. Even though if you have no, like, skills as a pilot, as an airship pilot, you can feel it. You know that you're there and you're actually there shooting and you feel great. You just feel... like you're in the zone. And that's what this game did. And of course it featured the Rumble Pack, which made it more realistic. And that was when I actually cared about rumbling in my controller. Now I don't anymore. It's kind of annoying now. But back in 64 days, oh man, it was magical. I loved it. Like, the levels are incredible, except for like 2 or 3. Music is just top freaking notch. Just they did so much right in this game. Like, I can barely think of any like true negative feelings about it, except for like Slippy. So it's, you know, I can't stand him, and I'm pretty sure I can speak out for everybody too when I say that. All right, well, that's gonna do it. Like, best game, one of the best games ever, best Star Fox game, period. This is ordered, by the way. If I'm gonna put in something, if I'm not gonna put anything in order, I'll just put in like not order in parentheses. So yeah, this goes on great. It's good and bad, which is bad is low tier. So yeah, Star Fox 64 top/god tier. Absolutely. Sorry, that was my phone vibrating. All right, moving on. Star Fox Adventures. I think I'm gonna put this on good, because I really did enjoy the game a lot. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a good Star Fox game, but it's a very good game by itself. I think that they should have went for the original plan, just like put some random like blue cat in the or blue fox in the game instead of making it a Star Fox game. But because the only time you actually play Star Fox in this game is when you, like, for the R-Wing shooting, is when you're trying to transport to another planet. And it's a shame. I want to have that more often. But I do. It's a memorable game for me, in my opinion, though. Like, it had really good moments. I love the music. Cutscenes were very nice. Fox looked really good. Crystal looked really good. Peppy and Slippy looked terrible. Pepper looked pretty good. And we had funny like characters like the Warp Stone and the shopper. Like the person who's trying to sell you. Like, you paid this much. Okay, I'll send it to you. Send it to you. All right. So anyway, it had a very nice story because not many Star Fox. I think that's the first like actual story that Star Fox ever had. Because like, yeah, there was Star Fox 64, but they had some story there, but didn't have like blown out cutscenes though. Like storytelling. But I mean, Star Fox 64 kind of did that, but they were like short. You know what I mean? And yeah, you get to like meet characters like General Scales. Also, I forgot to mention. Uh, so pretty much that's about sums it up. Oh, and Andros comes back, and he looks like terrifying as ever. In a good way. And Falcon comes back in the end of the game too, and he looks awesome. Because I was very worried about not seeing Falco in that game. Because I did read the guide I think I had, and it said Falco was nowhere near to be found. He left the team, and unknown purposes. I don't know why, but he came back eventually, which I'm very glad that he did. Yeah, I like this game. If given the chance, I'd go back to it. All right. Now let's talk about the most underrated and most unappreciated Star Fox game ever, Star Fox Assault. It's going right up here. Absolutely adore this game. This is one of my favorite GameCube games ever, or possibly one of my favorite games in general. This is fantastic. What an amazing like Star Fox game. You can play on foot for the first time, like on single player, because like in Star Fox 64, if you be like expert mode, you get to play on foot, but that's only in versus mode. But here you can actually fully experience in a single player. You can play the Landmaster again, R-Wing of course, like usual. Beloved characters returning like Star Wolf Team and we even got like we found out more information about Pigma and Andrew leaving Star Wolf. Andrew for like making his own empire in the name of Andros, and Pigma just like getting kicked out because he was greedy. He was way too greedy for his own good. And we sadly see Beltino, which is Sylvia's father. This absolutely had the best story in the series without a doubt. Like I love the stories. I'm so like pitched in on it, and I remember like every single solitary scene that there was. The levels are super fun, but I think the icing on the cake is the multiplayer. It is fantastic. Holy God, what an amazing multiplayer! That is literally like one of my favorite multiplayers of all time. Like no joke. I don't know why like people don't really buy into this game more. Like they're missing out so much. This game deserves so much more love than it should have. And that really blows. I think that from what I read in an article, I think this was the least sold Star Fox game in the series. That's messed up. That's really messed up. If that's true, because I refuse to believe that this game is like not special, because it is special. It's very special in my eyes. When soon, like, have they tried multiplayer mode? You tell me. Have they tried Star Fox Assault multiplayer? No, because they don't give it a chance, and that really makes me mad. Because like this game has all the potential it needs. It's better than all the current Star Fox games that are going out right now than they had in the past. It's only second to 64. Only second to 64. At least in my eyes. This game's incredible, dude. The music's amazing, too. Like, so many right things on this thing. And they have Panther fucking Caroso. God damn it. Jeez. Yeah, Assault's fantastic. I love it. Alright, here we go with our first bad Star Fox Command. Oh no, why? They do this. I could have played Star Fox like anywhere I wanted to go outside. But there's only one problem. There's motion controls in the damn thing. Because it's DS. I have to use stylus to control it, and it's very awkward. Like, you just can't turn that off. I know it's a DS, and they really, like, solely, like, infest on, like, making you use the touchscreen and stylus, but come on, man. At least make it control right. I mean, the one good thing I can say about this game, the one only good thing, is the endings. I really enjoy the endings. Some of them are, like, most of them are pretty dark, actually. Crystal leaves Fox for the Starwolf team, and she, like, joins them. That's my favorite one, by the way. And then there's parts where Crystal is, like, having a bad reputation after leaving Fox. Like, there's people talking trash about her, and she just, like, goes away, distant planet. And then there's, like, Fox going to depression, and Falco tries cheering him up, and they pretty much join the F-Zero Grand Prix. That's pretty funny. That's a nice Easter egg. And then there's Slippy, like, as an old man telling his kids the story of his adventures. Like, this man don't deserve kids. Fuck that. But, yeah, it's very, very sad to say that this game pretty much sucks overall. Because, it's just controls, really, for the most part. It's just so bad. The way you move, the way you shoot, it's just not right. This could have been great if they got rid of that. And they made Panther sound like a total idiot. He says his name instead of saying, like, I, me, myself. He's like, Panther will fry you, and Panther will... No one messes with Panther. Like, no, like, he's supposed to be flirting with Crystal. Like an assault. It's insulting. I hate this game. Next. Alright, Star Fox 64 3D. Going right up here. What an awesome remake. Of course, like, the voices aren't the same. They're not as good as the original, but it's still pretty solid for what it is. But wow, like, it's so much fun. Like they looks really good. Like, every level looks just amazing. For a 3DS game, I think it's top notch. That's a handheld game, by the way, and it looks that good. But the one like thing that really made this list is that you can actually do something that you couldn't do in the original, and that's replay the missions, like a real replay missions. Like, if you wanted to play your favorite mission, you just go into it. You don't have to, like, go to a certain planet and just go ahead and do that certain thing that you need to do in order to play it. You could just jump right in there. And that's incredible. I love that. And, like, you don't need... And the best part is, you can turn motion controls off. Like, thank God. Like, that's what Command should have done. Like, this is one of the best remakes I've played. It's so great. Like, this is probably at least one of my top 3 favorite 3DS games. It controls so well. It feels well. Like the feeling that you get when you play it. It did everything right. This is what a remake should be like. Or no, it's not remake. It's remastered, I think. Because I think remastered means, like, you use an old game. Like, it's kind of like Crash and Trilogy. I think that's a remastered. Yeah, it is. But, man, I love Star Fox 3D. Wonderful. That's as much as I can say. It's pretty much Star Fox 64. I mean, duh, it's on the tile, but handheld 3D. And it's great. It feels wonderful. Okay, so now we're going to get to the serious part. We got Star Fox Zero. And honestly, it's going on right here. Like, this is like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is probably the biggest letdown I've ever seen in a game. This game had like the biggest potential possible. Like, it's a good game. It's just one problem though. It's on the Wii U. It's on that accursed Wii U that that I can't stand. Like, they make you play on the pad, which is a huge problem because you have to keep an eye on not only like your screen on the TV but the screen on your Wii U pad, and it's rough around the edges. It really is. The only time it actually can be useful is when you use that little robot, when you're trying to hack into a door or something, or a barrier. Like, that's neat to do, but other than that, like, no thanks. Jeez, and that really sucks too because like it's the best looking Star Fox game I've seen. And I'm pretty sure everyone can agree with me on that. And the music is like, oh my god, it has the best Star Wolf theme like in the entire series. Like, they did so right with this music, man. And I think it also has my favorite Mission Complete music too. Like, it's just, they really upped it up a notch with the graphics and music, man. But again, the problem is the gameplay. It plays weird. It's not my cup of tea at all. Like, I can't stand motion controls. I just can't. It's just like this again. I keep saying this shit should have been on the Switch. It really should have. And it's pretty dumb for them to not make it for the Switch yet. Like, they can do that. They just don't want to do that. They're afraid. Because you know why? Because this game didn't sell well. Like, I think this is the second least sold game for the series, as far as I know. And that really blows, because I really want to like this game. I really do. I do like this game. I just don't love it. And that really sucks, because I really do want to love this game. I think this game could be very good. There are a lot of good things about it. It's just that there's a lot of bad things about it, you know? It's... Yeesh. Like, ow, like, what a misfire. What a swing and a miss with that. They could have really done something special with this, but they chose to, like, release it at the wrong time. It's not right. It's not right. Every time I think about it, it's just, like, it's so depressing. It's super depressing. Well, anyway, I really hope this game just comes back somehow in some miraculous way on the Switch, so I can finally put this past behind me. But anyway, just crossing fingers here that it actually comes true. We need this really badly. As a huge Star Fox fan, one of the biggest out there on the planet, I'm sure. Like, all I ask is have Star Fox Zero have a second chance. Just make it happen. Make a 32-year-old man happy. Alright. That being said, Star Fox Guard sucks. It has Slippy in it, and his family's there, and you just control like a robot frog and collect stuff. Like, no, it's a Slippy game. It's going down here. I don't care. How dare you make something like that? Alright. That's it. That's for the Star Fox games here. These are my opinions here. Alright, so we're going to go head to the second and last half. Are the characters. Here they are. So we got the Gods, which is top tier. Which is the best characters of all time in the series. Awesome, which is like top/high tier. So really, alright, so we got Cool, which is mid. Meh is like, I don't know, low, mid, I'd say. And then you got Die, which is the lowest tier. Trash tier. Don't ever come back. Alright, so I guess we'll start off with Crystal here. We'll go in order. Why not? Crystal's going up here. And awesome. I love Crystal very much. I'm very glad that we got like this is the one of the best additions to Adventures is Crystal. She was very cool, even though she pretty much was locked in that. Should I say Crystal? Because it really was when Crystal was trapped in the crystal for the most of the game, except like the beginning and the end. I'm really glad she came back in Assault because that's where she like finally decided to like shine and just do stuff with the Star Fox team. Just be a part of it. Yeah, Assault is my favorite Crystal, obviously. Just because she got like way more screen time. But playing Crystal for the first time in Adventures was very fun because it gives you like tutorials on what to do, sort of. I'm very glad that they made this character and started the whole like whole furry community thing. One of the Crystal, one of the co-founders of furry. Oh, jeez. All right. Well, Crystal's amazing. I love her. Okay. Wolfo Dial. Do I have to say more? Like, my God. Like, it's on my fucking username. It's my YouTube name. Dude, Wolf is the best character in the whole world. Like, best anti-hero, best villain, whatever you want to call him. So much better of a villain or arch rival than Andros is. My opinion for Fox. And like he is definitely more popular than Andros is anyway. I think he should be the main antagonist from now on, and I feel like he is because we haven't seen Andros since Assault. So, oh, actually no, Zero. My bad. I forgot it was Zero. Zero was Andros was the main villain in that, but. Like, do I really need to say more? I really shouldn't go into much detail on why Wolf is the greatest. Except, like, best lines ever. Looks the coolest, is the coolest. He's the man. He's the man to beat. Alright, speaking of Andros. He's gonna go cool. I like him. He's very terrifying, though. Especially in Assault. Excuse me. So yeah, he's the main baddie in Star Fox. So he got kicked out of General Pepper's Cornerian army because Andros is a madman. He evil. And he went to Venom and he killed James Box's father, Mr. James. So yeah, pretty much with Andros, when you fight him, like he just looks at you with that sinister smile and laughs at you with that, like, breathes his horrible breath at you and tries to eat you and tries to swat you with his hands and you have to shoot them, including his face and his brain. Well, it depends. If you play it easy, you'll just fight a robot version of him. And then the hard mode, he explodes and then his brain and eyes just pop out. It's just creepy. And then there was Assault where like he's like he totally looks like an ape now. And he was supposedly the Krazoa god. And then there was 64. There was Zero where he was pretty much for some reason became metallic. I don't know what the deal is that is, but whatever. So, Zero was weird like that. But other than that, I think it's good. I was a good antagonist. He just wasn't around much. He's only been like 3. Well, actually, no, that's not true. There was the original 2 games, but He was like a weird polygon, but he evolved over time. All right, I like Andros. He's neat. Um, Here we go with Pigma Dangar, Mr. Piggy. I'll put him just because like I don't know. I never much of a fan of Pigma. I way prefer the assault team over the original. I mean, he's a slime ball. Like he pretty much just does things for money. Like I mean, anything for money. Even turning back on his teammates, getting rich. Like he's pretty much the reason why James is dead. And like he just always like antagonizes Pepe about dad, about Fox's dad, and he antagonizes Fox too about it. He's so greedy he decided to take that Aperoid core, that core memory, but suddenly he got possessed by the Aperoids and died, which is I'm fine with that. I mean, there are other characters that deserve it, but for what he did, yeah, he kind of did deserve it. But I love his quotes though. That's what really saved it. And I watched a video where he was voiced by Gilbert Gottfried. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, Pigma's not the worst, but it's like, whatever. I mean, I'll honestly take him or leave him. So, yeah. Alright, we got James McLeod. I'll put you in cool. I like James. Fox's father, as I mentioned earlier. He's the whole thing he's the guy who started the whole never give up, trust your instincts. It was so cool. Like the best part about him, obviously, is in '64, where like he just suddenly comes out of nowhere after you destroy Andros' brain and everything turns completely white, and then you have to like follow him to the right way out of the tunnel, out of the venom. Like, it was just so good. What an amazing moment. But yeah, not much else to say about. Oh yeah, there was one time where James, like, voice was used by the Aperoid Queen to try and play with Fox's head. Well, that was crazy. I didn't expect that to happen when I first saw that. But yeah, he's kind of a mystery character, honestly. So there's really not much else to say about him. But I like him. He's cool. In mid-tier. Dash. What do I put on Dash? You know what? I'm going to put him Meh, actually, because I don't really know much about him. It's pretty much the good Andrew. But I think, if memory serves me right, one of the endings is Dash actually becoming Andrew or Andros and just taking over the Venom army or something like that. I'm not really entirely sure, but it's whatever. I really have not much of an opinion on him. It's fine. Oh god. Alright, so we have, I think, Lucy, which is Pepe's daughter. No thanks. I think she's trash. This is definitely trash. Whatever the fuck. I think this is Slippy's daughter. No, that's even more worse. Ew. Like, I hate the command characters except Dash. Alright, Fox McCloud himself. Awesome. Probably one of my favorite main protagonists ever of all time. Probably second, if I'm gonna be real with you. The main character of the entire series. I love him very much. This is the character you always play as, no matter what, because this is his game. Like, he's the fearless leader. He pretty much can take on any challenge that's thrown on him, and he does it the best by himself, without teammates like what's the word I'm looking for? His teammates holding him back. There it is. And you finally got to experience that in Adventures, and you could do it sometimes in Assault. But yeah, Fox has always been up for a mission, always trying to do his best, no matter what. Always being there for his comrades, even Slippy. Fox is too pure for this world. Just overall, just what else is there to say? Like, Fox is amazing, and I'm really glad that he's still like in every single Smash game. He's definitely my favorite in the original 12. In terms of Smash, even though like I don't main Fox anymore, thanks to like Wolf being in the game, and like I really should have made Fox in Smash 4 if I'm being real, because like in the last 2 years of Smash 4's lifespan, because I was with Warrior the longest time, and as soon as like time was going down, I just didn't have fun with him anymore. So I wanted to see if I could do it with Fox. But oh well, there's Ultimate anyway. No matter what Smash game I play, Fox is gonna be somewhere in top 10 at least. That's how much I care about him. Speaking of a top 10 character for Smash, and one of my favorites ever, we got Falco Lombardi. Love Falco Lombardi. He's definitely the better of the two other teammates that Fox has. He's cocky, arrogant, and he's very rude. He's pretty much the Raphael of the group from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think that's why I really like him so much. But yeah, definitely was very happy when he was playable, and when I first heard he was playable in Melee, I did not expect that. I was so happy about it, and he didn't disappoint. He and Fox became a main in Melee, and just like he has like the love interest for Kat, which I really enjoyed and was fun and was funny. Just yeah, he's cool and collective. I mean, not really cool and collective, but he's kind of a hothead. Like that's totally the opposite. Cause like I want to get this guy. Let's take it to him. Like I'm gonna beat this guy up. Let's clean up this mess. So yeah, like I love Falco very much. I think he's great. I think Fox might be slightly better just because of Falco's rudeness, and like he just like doesn't even thank you when you save him. Like, gee, I guess you should be thankful. Well, fuck you. No, Falco, fuck you. But I love you anyway. Next, Peppy, the old timer, right here, and cool. I think the Mr. Advice guy is like, eat your oatmeal. Okay. Anyway, Peppy, he is the veteran of the group. He is the oldest one. The wise, I guess. He has this little Alzheimer's disease where he's like mentioning your dead father all the time, and like, whoa, what the heck? All right. Excuse that. All right. So Peppy again, very neat character. Like again, has moments with James, and he fought with him against Andros before Pigma screwed it all up, and James died for that, and Peppy managed to escape and tell Fox that his father died, and he still stuck with the team. And he in Assault he retired and became like the one command. Pretty much kind of like General Pepper in a way. Even though General Pepper was still like being general. But Peppy was still telling like the team like what to do and how to get to where. But But yeah, Pepe's cool, man. I just wish he'd stop telling me like to do moves all the time. How annoying. Okay. There we go. You already know why, Mister. Help! Get this guy off me! Oh no! Like immediately when Slippy Toad just literally fucking just goes in and says like, "Hey, I got this," and then 1 second later, "Help, guys! Help! Get this guy off me! Oh no!" Like, dumbass, the worst fucking character ever. Like you should just go with machines, man. Like I said with Donatello, like I said with Raphael being Falco, Donatello's pretty much Slippy. The only difference is Donatello can do shit. Like he actually goes out there and fights, and really well, mind you. This guy, he's just a piece of fuck. He's absolutely worthless. And Donatello makes machines too, like Slippy, but hey, Donatello fights. Like I said, Slippy, just stay off the battlefield. Or better yet, just stay off, like, living. Jeez. Man, moving on. Alright, Leon Pulaski. Love Leon Pulaski very much. Pretty much, Star Wolf's right-hand man. Clearly, the one that stayed for Star Wolf the most, the longest. Like he's the one who's been there for him like through since day one, and he looks super cool. I love him. They kind of butchered his voice in Assault though, but he looks great here. Like this is definitely my favorite Leon design. Always has been. Like the one they showed now. This is Assault one. But definitely always remember the 64 voice that he had. Just like annoying bird. I am the great Leon. Andros' order was to take you down. Like Leon's so fucking cool, man. I love him. Like, I mean, I love the rivalry between him and Falco. It definitely showed in Assault. I think that's my favorite interactions with them, for sure. And then there was that Starlink thing. I only saw once. I don't really know much about that, but maybe I'll take a look on it again and see more about it. But yeah, love Leon very much. He's great. Actually, he's amazing. All right, Andrew Icony. Yeah, going down here. I just don't. I don't feel him. He's pretty much the Slippy of freaking Star Wolf. And then he left to make his own empire. And then he actually is in the first level of Assault. He takes control like a mechanical version of like himself, and Andros is like in the shape of like Andros. Like he had like a head and arms like him, but it was like Andrew's face instead. And then when you beat that boss, it's a very easy boss, by the way. He just immediately gets killed off by the Apparoids. He was pretty much there for the introduction of the Apparoids. Like, he's really nothing special. Like, no thanks. Like, again, like I said, I prefer the Assault team more than the original. This is mainly because of Andrew. How lame he is. It's pretty lame. Speaking of the Assault team, we got Panther Caruso. He's going right up here, the second best character in Star Fox. Wow, what an amazing addition. Like, this is beautiful. Pretty much Furry Vega, pretty much. Just flirts with Crystal, has a rose on his wolfin. He carries a rose too. It's just like, he's incredible, man. At least this is Assault version. Because, they made, like I said, they made him in Command like a total dummy. Like, he's not allowed to say I, me, myself. Like, really? But, like, man, Panther is like such a total badass. That voice, like, oh man, that makes the women like swoon for sure. And and for you ladies out there, don't you dare deny it. Once you hear it, or if you have heard of it already, like, wow. I think my favorite moment with Panther was like in Corneria because he actually fights side by side with you with the Approach attack as well as the other Star Wars members. And he's like, oh no, one of my favorite cafes got totaled. Like that's really neat. Like even like in the midst of like death, like he makes like jokes just to lighten the mood. It's wonderful. I fucking love Panther Crow. So why can't he come back, man? Like they're missing out. Like they really don't care about this series if they don't add this character back in, or at least like put Star Fox on Switch. Oh jeez. I mean, he does make cameos in like Brawl and the other Smash games. But you gotta do that communication thing with the D-pad with one of the Star Fox characters. But yeah, Panther needs to come back. Bad. Oh god, we have Valentino. Like, I'll put him here, I guess. Uh, just it's just Slippy's father. What else is there to say? But at least he's kind of useful because like he knows the stuff. He's very smart, and he knew how to like do that, like make the bomb that made the asteroid world explode. There's not much else. It's Slippy's dad. Like he goes down here. All right, Bill. Bill Gray. I put him above, I guess, James. Yeah, I think that's fair. All right, Bill's cool. He's Fox's old friend from the old days, from like the academy, and you see him in Katina, and they like work together, take out the mothership that's trying to destroy the base. And if you win, if you take it down, he'll help you either Solar or Sector X, depending on your choice. He does come back in Zero, though. In one of the missions. And helps you out with that. I mean, not much else to say about him. I like him, though. I think he has great lines. He's nice. He's cool. Alright, Rob64. I'll put him over here, man. I mean, I do like the whole location confirmed setting. Like, he's got a good voice in 64, at least. Like, he's just there to, like, tell you the instructions. Like, tells you how to get supplies and whatever. And in training mode, he's like, welcome to training mode, let's practice the basics. Yeah, just there to support you. Not much really else to say. I mean, Rob's fine, I guess. The Apparoid Queen. That's a weird choice. Let's put the Apparoid Queen. I guess somewhere. It's definitely somewhere meh. I guess I'll put it over here. I mean, I like the Apparoid Queen. It's just that really have not much of an opinion on her. Except, I mean, she does like control like dead souls like Pigma and semi-demi souls like Peppy and General Pepper. But I think Slippy mentions like, oh yeah, Slippy said something about the Queen is using information for all the data she absorbed or something. But how'd she get James though? That's what I want to know. That's weird. Very nice boss fight though. She has though. Oh, it's like it's fine. She's okay, I suppose. Not really much. General Pepper. I think I put him in meh also. Just because he hasn't really showed up much. My favorite General Pepper, indeed, was Assault, though. Because I really do feel bad that Pepper, like, got controlled over the Aperoid. And he tries to fight it out. Like, I'm just glad that he got his conscience, at least. While this is happening. Just not physically, he's not. But yeah, he's just like the guy who tells you what to do. Yada yada. He pays you. I think his funniest was Adventures, though. He's like, it's time to save the planet, Fox, not blowing it up. Try using your head. Who cares about blasters where you have, like, this staff? This little stick. Well, it's not really a little stick. It's like, it's a stick that pretty much shoots like magic and all that. Fire, ice. Alright, well, I don't know. Really not much to say again. Pepper's alright. Okay, so we got this character here. I forgot her name. Like, she's the Lynx. That's all I know. I'll put her over here. Yeah, like, there's really, like, she just looks cool. I don't really have an opinion, because, like, she only appeared in this game, and they had, like, no bio on her or whatever. So, yeah, pretty much. Okay, General Scales. Guido Sutavuk General Scales. Alright, where to put you? I guess I'll put you over here. Yeah, that's fine. I like Scales' design. It's neat. It's cool. First appeared in the first and only appearances in Adventures. Pretty much tosses Crystal in the freaking, like, off the boat, even though she still lived through that. Caused mayhem in the Cloud Runner clan and as well as others. Like, yeah, neat design, but, like, once you finally try to fight him, when you take off your stance, it's already over. It's done. Boss fight over. Like, all that time you're trying to collect Krazoa spirits and just getting planet to planet just to fight Scales, it just ends like that. And then a voice calls out to General Scales, saying that you've been fooled, I've been using you this entire time, and you should give Fox the Krazoa spirit. This is so bad, but like this is like all this stuff is happening here, and like this is actually much more painful than it is. Like, trust me. Like, imagine like you're facing the final boss, and then some sort of random voice tells you just to give up, and he does it. That's what Scales did. He literally just, like, I don't know what this voice is. I don't understand what's going on. He's like, give up, like, lose to this guy. And he's like, okay. Like, that's so like, how could you do that? No wonder this character didn't come back. Good lord. I mean, I still like him because of that. Like, I could have put him in the awesome list if it wasn't for that kind of thing. But, like, the stuff that he did, like, the villainy he did, like, I do want to give him a pass on that. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever it is. Like, they butchered this character, in my opinion. General Scales could have been something great. Except that one final part. Alright. Okay, this is pretty much Andros in disguise. Why the heck is this here? Whatever, I'll put him in here then. This is really just Andros. Like, I am reborn, the mighty Krazoa god, which is Andros. Alright. Cat Marone. Cat Marone's going to be right up here. I'm sorry, I prefer her over Crystal, just by a smidge. She's very funny and collective. She's flirty with Thaka for the most part. But she does kind of flirt with Fox a lot in Assault and Zero. And she says, like, beautiful, I could kiss you for that. And it's like, yeesh. Like, I was a little boy. Give me a break. Yeah, like, in 64, you see her in the hard levels, like Zonus and Sector Z. Emmett Beth, if you decide to go there. And you do meet her in Zodus again in what you call Zero, and another level, like the same one you meet Bill, and also the other Star Wolf members. But I think that's my favorite level, honestly, because you get to see all those characters in there at once. Yeah, I love Kat. She's great. I love her. It's amazing. Or awesome, really, because that's what it says here. All right, so Faye, the poodle. I would put her in cool. I would put her right up there. Not much else to say. Unlike this girl, this Lynx girl, I actually know who Faye is. Poodle. She's Nate. Not much else to say. Again, she has no bio. She only been in Star Fox 2, and that's it. And finally, we have Tricky. Actually, no. I'm actually gonna... Alright, I'll put him here. Oh, Tricky. Extremely annoying. At least he does stuff. Right, Slippy? Yeah, like, is that sometimes he listens to you, sometimes he doesn't. He does listen to you in, like, the most important parts, though. If you really need, like, a fire or a find, he will do that. But he's very nice, just, like, I mean, like, how do I just say this? Like, it's a very annoying, like, first encounter, and then, it's just kept on getting annoying. Like, Tricky doesn't know a damn thing. He really doesn't. He does grow up in Assault, though, and, he does kind of act the same way. At least he's not as annoying, though, but I do like Tricky, like, asking, like, Fox and Crystal, when's the honeymoon? That was pretty funny. But, yeah, still not a fan of Tricky, though. Not at all. Not in the slightest. And we haven't seen him again since. And I'm okay with that. Alright, well, that's going to do it for Star Fox. The games and the characters. Those are my tiers list. That was my tier list. That was my opinions. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Who are your favorite and least favorite characters in Star Fox? And favorite games in Star Fox. Let me know in the comments. So thank you guys for watching. Get ready for more vids to come, whenever that is. And see you guys till then. Till next time. Bye.